Now, let us look at some basic guidelines that helps you draw the curves of any general functions. So whenever you have a general function, so what are the steps that you follow? What are the things that you observe in the graph, in the function, such that the drawing of graph becomes easy? So the first thing that you need to observe is the domain of the function. That is, where is the function defined? So if the function is not defined at some interval, you need to first identify that. So first, try to understand the domain of the function. That gives you some rough idea of where the graph lies on the coordinate system. The next is find values of function at some special points. So if you want to draw a general graph, obviously graph is nothing but the connection of different points on the curve. So you need some sample points on the curve to go forward. So depending on the function which is given, look at the function. So if you have some points which are important, so get those points. Usually the intersections with axes are most important. So when x is equal to 0, what happens to y? When y is equal to 0, what happens to x? So at least you get two different points, and based on the specificity of the function, you can get more special points. Next, see what happens as x tends to plus or minus infinity. That is, as x goes towards the ends of x-axis. So where is the function going? Is it going to infinities? Or is it tending to some particular value? So that's what you need to analyze after that. Next, wavy curve analysis. That is, where is the curve above x-axis, where is the curve below x-axis. So if you know where the curve is above and below x-axis, you can draw some sort of curve. And then you do the maximum minimum analysis if required. So in most of the questions it will not be required, only if you want to draw the graphs. So, but if required, do the maximum minimum analysis. That is, take dy by dx is equal to 0. That solving that will give you the points of maxima and minima. That will still give you a better idea of how the graph looks like. And look out for symmetry and periodicity. So we have already discussed symmetry and periodicity. If the given graph has some sort of symmetry or has some sort of periodicity, the drawing of graph becomes still more easy. So these are the different things that we observe when we draw the graphs of general functions. So in this, wavy curve method has to be seen separately by you. You have a separate video on wavy curve analysis. Please go through that video if you have not, if you don't still know what wavy curve analysis is. So now let us try to draw some general graphs using these guidelines.